It is time for unity. That's right. It's time now that we have the high hope with a triple down tendency to get rid of the remaining Londoners so that we are united in a new home. So, over the course of the next 12 minutes, that is exactly what we are going to see. Now, a bit of forward planning for our residential areas. We do want additional guard towers to cover the population because you do want the boost that that provides. Again, looking, sometimes you may need to demolish a home to then build in its place. It sometimes makes sense. We've got the fighting arena there. Again, what we could do is put the guard station next to it, so it does cover a load of additional homes. But looking around the city itself, there aren't really any other places to put it. And we are going to expand that residential area as well. Not really much sense putting it right back there where the trees are, but hey, you always look around and see what you want to do. Now, of course, we also want to build additional places for people to live, plus we're going to need additional heat as well, because we do have a cold area there. Now, more logically, probably would have been to expand to the right rather than the left, but I chose the left. So that's just me being me. And again, you're not going to run out of space here anyway, so it's not really an issue. So it's not something you have to worry about. So actual development of the city and where you place stuff is going to be your choice. Now, we're going to sign the law for care house, so that's going to improve hope even further. And we need to now get that built, ideally somewhere that's warm, so we could just put it in front of the prison. There we go, care home and prison. Yeah, they're the same thing, aren't they, right? Okay, again, we speed up time, get things done. We're just monitoring. We do have 23 people currently unemployed, but that is because, of course, we do have the automatons now, and we also want the steam coal works, because we're going to want to massively increase our coal supply so that we can get our generator powered up to the max. So of the research and everything throughout the game, depending on how you're doing it, normal mode, we've got the 5 research centres to improve the speed of research. And we can also now have our steam steelworks. So let's get both of those built. Now it's 1800, so it's the end of the day, so it's a good time to build a structure. When you're in a pinch for resources, always upgrade your structures at night. Because then you will not interrupt the income cycle from those resource buildings. If you do it during the middle of the day, you are going to lose that resource until you are able to complete the building. Now, we do have our second set of guys sitting in the city, but there isn't really anything they need to go to. Okay, we've got a fault in the system. Okay, so arrest him for rowdiness, ignore him, discontent will rise. We're just going to ignore him. It's fine, you can allow some discourse. At the moment we've got no discontent at all, so it's not the end of the world in the slightest. That tower has now been completed. We do need to staff it with people, and again, as I said, we need to expand this little residential area. So what we need to do is work out where we want to put the next steam hub. So go to steam hub, hover over the area. Now, if there's a bit of overlap, it's not the end of the world. I have seen some people comment about the overlap. It is what it is. As long as you're producing enough coal and you're able to power all of your devices, then it's not the end of the world. Okay, so we're going to put in the road there. It's not that efficient because of the spacing, but it's fine. And again, where do we want to put it? We want to put it so that it covers that little dead zone there that is covered by the guard post. So we've now got the guard post staffed, and we can build some more residential. So bunkhouses. Now, we haven't researched houses yet. And that is one of the next things that we are going to need to look into researching. So again, just keep building the houses, speed up time. We still are in the middle of the night, so that's fine. Get those extra houses built, because we are going to get some more people, of course, coming into the city, and you do want to prepare for that. Now, our consumption is much higher at the moment, but we do need to do, of course, our research for the steam coal mine. Again, we've got some hungry and some sick people. Yep, of course, it is minus 60 at the end of the day. But people are abandoning the Londoners. There we go. So how many is that we got left? I think 6 remaining. So not very many Londoners left. We are getting close. And that is the point of this episode, is of course unity. So we start another day. Again, let's go for our look and options. We do want a factory, because the other thing we're going to want is other automatons. So of course at the moment we only have the one sitting on one of the coal mines, and we're going to want to build more. We've got 13 steam cores after all. Steam coal mine researched, fantastic. So we are towards the end of the day. Now, again, as I've said, for complete resource management, you really want to be doing it after 1800, but that's fine. One of these is being powered by an automaton, so that doesn't matter. It gathers resources 24 hours a day without stopping. Okay, second one is upgrading, and it's upgraded. There we go. Now, what we can do is check our coal income and go to consumption. Look at that, we've got a nice thick green bar. That's what we want. Okay, so next level of research, what do we want to do? Again, you've got exploration and industry. So automaton integration, what that does is it improves the efficiency, and we want to staff that, and we want to build how many automatons? Let's go with 3. Now it does use a lot of resources, but 2 of those we are going to be able to build pretty much straight away, because we've got plenty of steel, plenty of wood, and of course plenty of coal. Right, again, resource depots for storing our resources. You do want to build them continuously to make sure that you have enough to continue storing materials, so you don't hit a brick wall when you reach maximum capacity. Again, speed up time till the second one's constructed. There we go, and decide what resource. So let's increase our steel capacity as well, because that was getting pretty close to being full. Even though we've expanded wood, again, it is still relatively close to the wire. It is quite full, but once the new day starts shortly, some of those resources are going to be used straight away. Now back to our laws. Next thing you're going to want is the propaganda center, because it is a big hope booster. We're not going to enable it now. Going down to adaption, we've got triage and prosthesis. Now prosthesis is a good one, but moonshine is even better. So moonshine gives people a little bit of alcohol every day to cheer them up, but it also minimises discontent. So again, very good one to have. Onwards and forwards, having a look, we might want to speed up some of the med care. We've only got those 2 little med tents. We haven't actually got any more yet, but we don't have the sick people. Well, we do. We've got 14 now that aren't in care, 16 actually, but we do have a double temperature rise, so everything is now going to get much warmer, much more comfortable, and I love how the game just makes a load of people sick just before the temperature increases, but it is what it is. Okay, so we now have, of course, the foreman options have timed out, so we can re-enable those if we choose to. However, it will be good to wait till those buildings are occupied by an automaton and being powered up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Again, extremely bad timing for putting the coal mine 8 o'clock in the morning, but at the same time we do have a lot of coal at the moment and our consumption is in the green. We also don't necessarily need steam level 3 at -40, because we're going to be very, very cozy at that temperature, but that is not a bad thing. So turn on automaton, there we go, going to go straight over to that coal mine. So we've now got 2 mines running under an automaton and 1 under people power. And both of our steelworks are also under people power. So let's have a look at our consumption. Look at that, 3,600 coal a day we are now producing. Let's speed up and finish the research. There we go. And again, we're going to want the level 4. So we want to unlock level 4 research. Fundamental research, the engineer won't be able to work for 24 hours. Yep, that's fine. So he's going to go off and do an automaton project. Now the automaton project is very worthwhile, so don't ignore it. Run through the process. You will lose stuff as you go along, but that's fine because you will get it back. So again, enabling an automaton now on the steelworks. So we now have 2 automatons on coal mines and 1 on a steelworks, and we've got another one to produce, but we now don't have enough steel. Again, that is fine. Guard towers, we can send out a watch if we want to. Our hope at the moment is extremely high, but we can still do it. So the guards will check everything is in order. Off they go. We're down to 10 sick in sick beds and 10 sick waiting for treatment. So again, that's only 20 people, and we're now at 67 people unemployed as the people continue pouring into the city. Again, send our guys out to go and look at stuff. There we go. Now, the thing that we haven't done yet is build the outpost for the steam cores, and we are down to 8 steam cores. Would have been an idea to get that set up probably by now, but I didn't on this playthrough. This playthrough is, when it gets towards the end of the game, isn't the best I've ever had. Because we tend to lose quite a lot of people at the end through death. So what I will be doing as we go along is advising some extra steps that you could be doing at these points to improve even further. So I'm finally building the additional medical care so we can get those people into care. But as I said, what I would also be doing is researching outposts so that you can start bringing in additional steam cores into your city to go automaton crazy. Again, once you've got every workplace pretty much occupied by automatons, so all the main ones, so your steelworks and your coal works, so your coal mines, all managed by automatons, and your steelworks managed by automatons, you will have no resource issues. Now, the stone ship is nothing, and it doesn't unlock any other additional locations, but I'm just sending them there anyway, just to show. But with our scouts, we've pretty much uncovered everything, and we are only on, what, day 20, approaching day 25. I can't ever see why. Here we go. So we have unity. This is it. All of the Londoners have abandoned their desire to return to London. We are united again. We are one society. No more division. So we've achieved the objective in plenty of time, and the Londoners, we are united. So that's it. They've seen the folly of their plan. The Londoners have disappeared, and we now have flashing hope. We have maximum hope at the moment. So when it flashes like that, that is because it cannot possibly go any higher, which leaves us in a relatively good position as we will move into the next episode of this series. Now, we're going to run high time. We've got about a minute or two left of this episode, but again, the main point was the high hope and getting the Londoners on side. So our difference engine has now been researched, so we're going to want to go with the thing is, there's a lot of choices at this point. We still don't have houses, and we still don't have cookhouse insulation, so there's a lot of additional research that we do need to do. Flying hunters is another one as well, so let's go with flying hunters, and then we can also go with the hunter's gear to further increase our food, because as you can see at the moment, food is one of those things that we could do with more. So again, just running the foreman, but look at that, everything is nice and cozy, everything is comfortable, so we've got livable and comfortable for all of the workplaces pretty much, and we've got a massive amount of extra production over consumption, so in a very good place. Now, that's still collecting wood, so that is fine, and at the moment we haven't even had to build a wall drill. So there is plenty of wood around the edge of the city. In fact, we could probably put another woodcutter, so a sawmill, up near those residential buildings to clear out those last bits of tree. But until next time, I'm Know It All Gaming. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night.